Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing yet another Generation 1 core set, Pharaoh Servant. Let's get right into this. Starting out with Secret Rare Jinzo, the original print. Of course, we're always going to be looking at near mint and lightly played, and I weigh heavily on first edition, so we don't find any first editions here. The lightly played is, the unlimiteds are about 13 to start off. The price, there's 3 pages here on the market. The first edition is $75. That is really incredible. I would definitely sell that. Jinzo's a really iconic card. It was a really powerful card back in the day. Still pulls up pretty good on par. And look at these prices, just obscene prices for this first edition card. So this is a big sell for me. I personally don't have any original print secret rares. Of first edition, I only have unlimiteds, unfortunately, and then the tin ones. Take a look at the tin ones really quick, but that's a definitely big sell in my opinion if you have that card. Unless you want to keep it for collector's value and stuff. But this one is literally the same secret rare rarity from the tin. This is probably my all-time favorite tin. I bought several of the 2003 collector's tins. Jinzo, this was my favorite tin I think I've ever gotten. Really old school. And they're about $5, $6, and then quickly move up from there. Only about 3 pages left on this one as well. Beautiful, deep, awesome secret rare printing in that. Moving on to Thousand Eyes Restrict. Now, the first edition original print Ultras, they fare a pretty nice price. I'm not going to find the first editions until the third page, and they are almost $30. 28, 29. So, they quickly go into the 40s. So this is another huge sell too. I don't have any first edition ultras, but I would definitely, you look at these prices, this is insane. I would sell this card more specifically because I think the best version that we have currently at TCG is the secret rare from Master Collection Volume 1. This is an amazing set. I talk about this set a lot. I really like the cards in this set. And I just think this is the highest rarity, and this is a really old school set. It's really hard to get. It's no longer around, and the cheapest ones are about $7 for the secret rares. So in my opinion, I know I have secret rares, or actually I think I have Relinquish, secret rare Relinquish. I just want to take a quick look at this set. Is this the same set where Relinquish came out of? Yes, okay, so I have Relinquished, not Thousand Eyes Restrict. I'm sorry, I actually got a playset of these Relinquished. But, kind of expensive still. I personally, this is really nice. Again, really deep, nice, detailed secret rare rarity printing, these old school secrets. But I wouldn't pay $7, honestly. This is the best version. If I was going to get this card, I would definitely get the secret rare. But, I wouldn't pay $7. If you have the ultra rares, they're like $40, 30 plus. I would definitely sell those. Moving on here, Buster Blader. I personally don't really care much for this card. I bought a few of the DT versions because they were super cheap. I don't know what they're sitting at now for preview. The secret rare is going for some good money. $6 is the lowest price for the secret rare. Again, the 2003 collector tins, really old school. The anniversary pack is always money. It's always kind of money. Even the reprinted secret rare from Legendary Collection 3. This is an amazing set. You guys need to check it out. A lot of high rarity, awesome staple cards. Always have to refer to that set. I'm not really sure the big difference between the secret from the original 2003 and the Legendary Collection. Anyway, this is a collector's card. I know that Buster Blader got some support a couple years back, but not really a big deal to me personally. Okay, so here it is. The dual terminal one is like less than $1. It's like 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. So I don't know. For the price, the DT is pretty cool if you like this card, if you're trying to build a Buster Blader deck or whatever. But yeah, I would say DT is the best because the secrets are definitely the second best, the best to me, obviously, but they're really expensive. I wouldn't be paying these prices for this card even for the secret. Sorry, but really quick, I just wanted to take a look at the first edition original prints. What was the price for those? Struggling to find a first edition here. There's one first edition on the market and it's $50. So if you guys have a first edition original print Buster Blader, I would put it on the market and sell it and make a lot of money. Call the Haunted. I was really surprised. This card is old as dirt. This is an original Generation 1 core set, and there's only been 4 printings of this card. And then only 2 holo. The original Ultra Rare from Pharaoh's Servant, Dark Beginning 1 Super Rare, and then the other 2 commons were just commons from structure decks that no one really cares about. So this card is super old, so I think it's really crazy. It's a really good card, and it's kind of power crap. No one really uses it anymore. I mean, Satellar Knights use it, and I love Satellar Knights, so that's kind of why, I'm thinking about this card. But anyway, just not a lot of prints for how old it is. And Unlimiteds are about $4, not really a big deal. I know the first editions, this is the highest rarity card and the original print, so that's a double hit for price. And we don't get our first editions until the 4th page, and it's sitting at almost $15. Almost $15, and then quickly jumps into 20 and 20 plus. So, that's kind of tough because it's a really old card. I actually have a tattoo. I got a tattoo based off this card. I kind of made my tattoo thinking about this artwork here. I really love the artwork in this. Anyway, this is original print. This is the highest rarity, so that's kind of tough. I don't even know. If I have any first editions of these, I may only have like a playset at most, if that. I think the majority of the ones that I have are unlimited, but I would probably say for now to hold on to these if you have first editions, just because there hasn't been a secret rare printing. I thought there was a secret rare printing, but again, I just realized today that there's only 4 prints of this. So, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to pop one off for 20 or 17 or whatever for your first editions, that's fine. But me personally, I would be holding on to this card just because it's amazing artwork. It's a good card. It's really old. It's hard to go up against Monster Born now that we have that at 1, but still, again, I play Satellar Knights and it's recyclable with one of their XYZ monsters, so it is what it is. Legendary Fisherman, I never really liked this. This is a big collector's card for the anime series, the Dual Monsters Generation stuff. But I really like water stuff. I don't know. I just don't really like this card that much. But the first edition original print is a lot of money right now, so I would definitely recommend if you guys have first editions. It's like 15, and then it quickly jumps up to like 25, like 15, then 25, and then 26, and then just bottoms out at $75, something ridiculous like that. So I don't think there's any point of holding this. I mean, I get it's an anime collector card, but I just don't really think its effect is pretty cool. But the thing that's stupid is you have to tribute for it. So if there's a way you can bust it out, just like special summon, that's kind of cool. But it's really low stats, and it's a tribute, and it's just, I don't know, I just don't really like it. But if you have a first edition, I would sell it. Another thing, even the non-first edition Premature Burial, so there wasn't a whole lot with this. I think there was 2 ultra rares and a super, and then the rest are just like some junky commons. So you have Dark Beginning 1 super rare, which is like $6. The original print, which is like $7. And then some star foils and mosaic rare, and just a bunch of crappy commons. We're not going to really care about that. But the original print ultra rare from Pharaoh's Servant is $7 for the unlimited. I have quite a few of these. I'm going to unload these. I would not, it's going to be kind of hard to compete with this. There's 34 here, but I would totally be satisfied with popping these off for 6 apiece. This card has been banned forever. Again, I'm an adamant believer that everything comes off the ban list eventually, but if you don't have a first edition one, first editions go right into $16. Even if I had a first edition, honestly, I think I would sell this card just because I really don't even know why this card is still banned. Like, we have Monster Reborn. We have Monster Reborn at 1. And, am I going crazy? Hold on, I need to see something. This card is still banned, right? Am I, like, losing my mind here? I apologize. I'm going to go on a little rant here because I swear to God, this card is banned, right? Yeah, Premature Burial. This card is forbidden. See, it's insane that this card is banned, but we have Monster Reborn at 1. We have Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is literally like superior than this card in every single way. You can snatch a card from your opponent's graveyard, as well as you don't have to pay any life points. You just bust it out, and you don't have to equip it to the monster, so it could be, you know, like MST it off and just get quickly brushed off the field again. With some magic trap removal. But anyway, I think that's just so crazy. Like, I really don't understand why Konami has this card still banned. Like, this card is not broken. It's not even powerful. Like, we have Monster Reborn, which is completely superior than this card, and yet this card is banned. So I really don't understand. So yes, I would definitely sell this. There's no reason to hold this card. Monster Reborn is completely superior than this card when it's at 1, and this card is banned. So if you have any kind of unlimited first editions, I would definitely be selling this card, because I'm going to be selling this. I'm going to be selling mine for sure. Let's take a look here at Imperial Order, the original print Secret Rares. First edition here is about $5, the last one on the first page. And then, yeah, it's about $5 down the line. It's about $5, so I'm not going to dig too much deep in that. It's about $5 for that. There's some other cool rarities. I think you got 2 Secret Rare prints. Okay, yes, so this has got Reprint Secret again from Legendary Collections 3. It's really interesting how this one is more money, maybe because it has the errated text. As long as the card remains face up in the field, negate the effects of all spell cards on the field, pay 7 life points during your stand on the face. If you know this card is destroyed. Is that the new one? No, I think it was Dual Saga had the errated text. Negate all spell effects on the field once per turn during your stand on the face. Must pay 700 life points. It's not optional. Okay, so this is the actual card effect now. It got errated. This is currently the updated card text. That's really strange. I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this set. I'm constantly praising this set. This is an amazing reprint set. Definitely check it out. I just don't know why this one is more expensive than the original print secret. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, Duelist Saga seems to be definitely a really popular one, and of course the OTS 9 common one, just because it has an updated text. But other than that, there's nothing really going for them. Honestly, $3, I think it's kind of expensive, this card. Honestly, I would rather just, I guess, get the common just to have the updated text if you want to do official play, and then just have a nice looking one like the original print secret for $5. Like, I think that's a nice price for that. It's so old too. But anyway, moving on. Noblemen of Crossout. The first editions of these are insane. Like, there's one here for $6, and then it jumps all the way up to almost $14. This is a huge sell. Flip effects like what Shadal's and Subterror, like we have like little to no what, like maybe I forget, when crawlers, I'm not sure. Like we have like little to no flip effect going on in the meta right now, and this card is just insanely high for the first editions. So I think I have a few of these first editions. I'm definitely gonna sell. This is ridiculous, like $30, $14 for this card. This is a big sell. Really cool card. Its original print has the magic stamp and all that, so it's kind of hard to let go just for that sheer fact. Kind of silly artwork, but anyway, for the money, I would definitely get rid of it. Solemn Wishes. There's only 2 common prints of this card. This card, I just like this card because I like to think of different creative ways to do burn decks. You know, of course, we have, I really like this card too, Fire Princess. What's the card? Anyway, the card that reverses the life points, I'll go over it later in this video, because I think there's some other cards in this. Limit Removal, I think this is a really underrated card. I'm pretty sure this card is complete, yeah, this one's completely unlocked. This was locked for a long time. It's completely at 3. You can run 3 copies. And there's a lot of strong machine decks, you know, like Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon's the only one that really comes to mind right now that is actually, you know, really popular and seeing play. But, the first edition Super Rares original prints are like $2. and then they move to like 3. So honestly, I wouldn't really care so much about this. I mean, this one's cool because it has the magic stamp, but I would go for the DTs. The DTs are still really cheap. The DTs are 50 cents, a dollar, and then move to about 2.5. So there's only 2 pages left. I would get on this. I just think this is a really awesome card. Like, this is basically, if you have a lot of monsters, you can go all out and try to go for game. Anyway, that's just an idea. I'm not going to go too far into that. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a long video, fellas. I'm still on the first page here of this set. DNA Surgery. I love this card. We have several different common versions. Konami, please give us a secret rare print, or maybe even a super. I like secret better, but this card is an awesome card. It's a really powerful card. This is one that changes the attributes. It changes the types. This just changes all the types. I think it's an awesome card. I think it's an underrated card. I think there's a lot of awesome combos that it can off-spark from, but it's so dumb that we don't have a holo version of this. Like, this card needs to be holo already. It's so old. 3 common prints, but anyway. And the first editions are like $2. Sorry, I kind of just totally forgot about pricings there. There's one for $2, and then it's a pretty expensive card actually for what it is, just a common, and then it quickly moves up to like 3+. So we definitely need a holo reprint on that. Goblin Attack Force. I remember playing this card in my old school beater decks with Skill Drain. Super awesome card. There's a really cool misprint with the level star here. You can find that around. It's actually pretty popular misprint going around. First editions, of course, are going to be the ones that you want to be focusing on. For a while, they were like mad cheap. They were like $2. I know I swooped up a couple for them. They're about $5 now for the first editions. And there's only 3 pages of this, so I would just wait a little bit. Hopefully this gets bought out and you can sell your first editions for more money. Really killer artwork, like amazing artwork. I love the artwork in this, and just a really awesome old school card. Plus it has the generic, Earth Warrior, which is, combos for days. Ceasefire, I think this is a pretty decent burn card. It's like $2 for the first edition, and 3 pages on the market. I'm pretty sure this is the highest rarity we have. Yes, so plenty of crappy other rarities here, but this is definitely the one you want to get. Original Print Ultra. It gets a pretty nice alternative burn card for what it is. For a while, it was limited. I think it was limited to like 1 or 2, or is it completely unlocked now? I think maybe it is. Ceasefire. Yeah, it's completely unlocked on the ban list. So anyway, moving on here. Dust Tornado. So obviously MST, the only thing this thing has going for you is you can set an additional one on your opponent's turn, but obviously MST is going to be completely superior than this. It's a quick play magic card, but just, I don't know. If this is just kind of an alternative for magic and trap removal, and personally, this one, there's an ultra rare one from Legendary Collections 3, which is pretty awesome too. All really cheap, but the DT one, personally, I would say the DT one. I think the DT one is the coolest one. It's a rough argument. Either the DT one or this one. The original print super rare is pretty cool too, but there's only 2 pages of this, and the first editions. Okay, so I just am realizing this now. The first editions are significantly higher. They are almost $9, and then you move to 10. So there's only three sellers with first editions. I have a few of these. I'm definitely going to sell these. Okay, if you have first edition super rares, I don't know if people are going to buy these. I know I wouldn't buy these for $10 because we have a lot more superior alternatives for removal. But that's interesting. It's interesting that Dust Tornado is so expensive for first edition original print super rares. So I would sell your original print first editions if you had them, and I would pick up the DTs because the DTs are like $1. Moving on just really quickly, I just want to look at the first editions of these. I don't really think this card is anything. I've just been kind of getting into like collector stuff of like random vanilla cards. There's a dragon card in LOD that I think I mentioned in one of my other videos that I started stocking up on. Anyway, not really a big deal. Moving on here, I think that card's kind of ugly, so I wouldn't invest in it personally. I'm just kind of checking price trends. Shallow Grave. This card is actually pretty cool. If flip effects were to come back again, like really high velocity, I think this card would maybe see play. I think this is a pretty cool card just in general. Really awesome artwork too. But the DT one is definitely the one you want to go for. Unfortunately, it has crept up quite a bit in value. There is only one page of this card left, and that would be definitely the reason why it went up. This card was like 30, 50 cents, 25 cents for like the longest time. I can't remember. I have like binders of just DT stuff. I'll have to see if I have any of these because I would definitely want to have a playset of these. Really awesome artwork, and DT is just super awesome. Other than that, just some crap commons and the original rare from Pharaoh Servant, but that's not going to hold the par versus the DT. Type Seal, currently a banned card, awesome card, but banned. Again, I think everything comes off eventually, maybe even if it gets errated or not. Just 2 common prints, not really a big deal, but just putting it out there on the market. First editions are about under $1, and there's several on the market here. Prohibition, I want to talk more specifically about the Legendary Collection Secret Rare reprint. There was a super rare from Champion Pack 8, which is actually surprisingly kind of cheap. I wouldn't spend $12 on it. I would personally get this, a higher rarity, for less than $2 for a first edition. Right here, so it's about $2 for the first edition secret rares. I think this is an awesome side card. It's people can kind of say it's slow or situational or whatever, but when there is a boss monster that your opponent plays at 3, I think this is a super awesome card. It's actually just a card name. So there's a lot of decks that play 3 of them. So I just think this is a super awesome card. Again, Legendary Collection 3 and 4, one of my all-time favorite sets. Definitely should go check those sets out. A lot of awesome rarity. Cheap, awesome rarity staples. Appropriate is awesome. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 versions of this card. A common and the rare, so of course you're going to want to get the original print rare from Pharaoh's Servant. This is such an awesome card. This is another card that I really wish we would get a holo version. Personally, I think it would look really great in Secret. I'm really biased towards Secret. Secret's my favorite rarity. But moving on, we got a first edition here for 32 cents, 31 cents, so really, really cheap. Plenty on the market. This is awesome in Dark Worlds. I love playtesting this with Dark Worlds. It's mad draw power when you can pull it off. It's kind of slow, but once you get everything engine going, it's just ridiculous in Dark Worlds. Dark World is one of my all-time favorite decks, and I love playtesting with that card, kind of experimenting with that card, as well as Forced Requisition, which will come on later in this video. Noblement of Extermination. I heard we were getting some kind of new support or something. I was watching some YouTubers and they were talking about some new Noblement support or something, which kind of seemed interesting. But maybe that's kind of why Crossout got bought out, or why the first editions are so expensive now. But needless to say, we want to talk about the dual terminal one. The dual terminal of this card is still under $1. There is 2 pages left, but this guy's 27, so quite a few on the market, and still really cheap. There's just something about this card. Now, the thing I don't like about this card is it has to be a face down, and majority of cards that are set are usually trap cards, and they can be chainable. And I'm pretty sure if your opponent chains and activates the trap card that you're targeting, that's supposed to be face down. I don't think this works. I don't think it removes it and then removes all the copies. But the second effect is what I really like about this, how it just completely eradicates the rest of the cards from the deck. Because again, a lot of players play 3-ofs. Really slow, but just awesome artwork. I really do like the Nobleman's artwork. And it's just, it's cheap for what it is. It's a DT. I think any DT that's $1 or cheaper that has potential is a really good price. Anyway, moving on here, Magic Drain. This is a pretty cool card. Not really used anymore. We kind of definitely have some a lot better, diverse counter trap cards now. Pretty sure that this is the highest rarity of this card. Yeah, so a couple rares and then commons. I think this card would look super awesome and super rare, but just another cool old school counter trap card. Ground Collapse. This card's pretty cool too. It's slow, but it's really powerful if you think about what it is. All the spamming that goes on, it's pretty crazy. The game's pretty fast. This card's been around forever. People have been trying to make some crazy combos to lock your opponent out forever with this card. Still only 2 prints. This card would look really cool in Secret Rare. I'm just saying. I kind of feel like I say like everything should be Secret Rare. Let's see what the first editions are going for. They're about 25 cents, and then 45 cents, and then like 50 cents. So not really a big deal, but just some food for thought. Skull Invitation. This is actually a really pretty killer burn card. Every time a card is sent to the graveyard, deflect 300 to the owner. So of course you want to be careful this doesn't backfire on you, but I don't know. This is I don't know. I just kind of have a thing for this card. There's just something about this card that I just really like. I think it's a pretty powerful card. Easily removable, but it is what it is. Let's see what the first editions are looking like. This is the highest rarity. It's about 31 cents and 25 cents. So plenty in the market. So like a $0.25 for this card. Backup Soldier. This used to be used in old school like Generation 1 Exodia decks. Again, I think Konami's not done making support for vanilla decks, so this is just a really cool, interesting recycle card. One thing I don't like about this card is you have to have 5 or more. That's kind of a lot. Like, you have to play this card pretty much at the kind of like the end state of the game. It's super cheap. I know I bought several of these for like well under $1 just because it's an old school first edition super. Forced Requisition is another card that I like to play and kind of experiment with my Dark Worlds. You can see kind of all the Dark World stuff being displayed here. Pretty sure this only has 2 prints as well, just the crap common and the original print rare. Really cool card. It's about 26 cents here on the first page for a first edition. 27, 44, and 50. So a lot of one-ofs here. Here's a 3 of 56. So, I mean, there you go right there. If you want to do an add-on to your purchase set or whatever you want to do. But really awesome card. Really, really cool artwork. Again, I think this card would look awesome in Secret Rare. Konami, it's super old, too. It's crazy. We still only have two reprints of that. This card was renamed to Sky Scout. Kind of a fun fact. Cold Wave is banned. This card's pretty cool. I think it'd be awesome if we got a hollow print of this too. Like, this card is old as dirt, and there's only 3 copies of this, and they're all common. Like, that's pretty lame. I think we should at least get like an OTS super rare. They should unban this card, make it a super rare, and I'll be happy. This is pretty cool. Really powerful card. I'm pretty sure it'd get errated, but anyway, I think that we should get a super rare card. Super rare print of this, but we only have commons right now, so let's take a look at the first editions, like 13 cents, and there is 8 of those here. And 15 cents and so on. Plenty in the market, really cheap, like under $0.25. Cool thing about this, it has the magic stamp because it's a really old school card. Reminds me of like Land Before Time or something, but moving on. Reign of Mercy. I think this would be a pretty cool card. I don't know why people don't incorporate it in the burn builds with the bad reaction and whatever the monster is. It does the same thing in monster effect form. Another thing, just kind of a quick note, gift card. This common is a solo print, and it's hitting some mad numbers right now. The unlimiteds are $4. First edition is 4. So if you guys have these, I would definitely sell them. This is gonna get reprinted eventually. Like, I'm surprised again. I don't know what Konami, how they determine when they reprint stuff. This is a solo print, and it's from Tactical Evolution, as old as a dirt set. Anyway, I would sell this card. Moving on, so just a combo-based burn deck, pretty cool. Has the magic card stamp and cool artwork. And it's like 15 cents and then 8 cents and all that stuff. So, anyway, moving on. Respect Play, this is kind of an interesting card. Um, just because I think about this and I Truth kind of go hand in hand because I think of Mind Crush. Back in the day, Mind Crush was really popular to play in Dark World because of Drag Down to the Grave, and it's kind of a hard combo. It's kind of a situational combo, but it's just something I think about. So it's kind of a cool thing. They're pretty sure that there is only 2 prints of this, and both just commons. So not really a big deal. Really cheap. First editions are like 15 cents. Plenty of the market, so not really a big deal. Just something to think about. Same thing with Eye of Truth. Thing that's cool about this one is this is kind of like, in a way, like depending on what you're playing, I think it's superior to Respect Play because only your opponent has to show their hand, which kind of gives you foresight for your next plays. And then plus, if you are playing the burn version, you can burn them for 8,000, and it's continuous, so it's every and on your opponent's turn you can burn them for 1,000. So I think that's pretty cool. Keep on forgetting to actually show you guys the prices of these cards. It's kind of like the whole point of this video. Okay, so, and it's like 13 cents, 12 cents, a lot of one-ofs, 23 cents, so it's like under a quarter. Insect Imitation. This card is super cool because Insectors, Set Insectors is my all-time favorite. You can see they're showcased right here. Just instantly links them to that. All-time favorite insect deck. This is a really cool card. Again, I think it's so lame that we only have commons of this card. This is a super powerful card for insect type monsters. I think it's really underrated. I think we should at least get a super, like an ultra secret, something. Like, it's crazy we have only 2 commons of that. Really good card though. And it's like a quarter again for that card. It's like a quarter. There's 5 up here. And there's just plenty in the market, so you guys can dip into that if you want to get some Insector support. Monster Recovery is kind of an interesting card. This is the highest rarity. I'm pretty sure that there's just commons, I want to say. Yeah, just a common. So I think this card would look cool too. Like, at least a super too. This is another card that's kind of silly that there's not. But not a lot of people play it. Anyway, I'm basically thinking, like, if you play, like, the monsters where you basically, like, normal summon them, or you special summon or whatever, and you get a search effect or whatever, a once per turn effect, you basically just do your monster effect. You can slap this on board and basically recycle that monster effect. That's the only reason why I'm showcasing this card. Not really a big deal. Kind of a small idea, but really, really cheap. 15 cents, 16 cents. And it's a quick play magic, so, I mean, why not? Red Moon Baby. I want to play this in my zombie deck. I love zombies so much. Zombies are so fun to play. It's one of my all-time favorite decks. I was thinking, the reason I'm thinking about this is because I was thinking of, like, Moon Mirror Shield. Slapping Moon Mirror Shield on this and just basically running over your opponent's monsters and stealing them. Like, they're super broken links or whatever. It's kind of situational, though, because you need to get a combo piece, like United We Stand or Mage Power or whatever, crazy zombie support that you have to boost this monster up. Really creepy artwork. I really love, like, the pink red moon in the background, but, like, the whole baby face vampire thing is kind of freaking me out. But this is the highest rarity, and let's see what the first editions are looking like. First edition like 16 cents, 16 cents. So just not really anything, not a big deal. With Zombie World, this card kind of reminds me of, there's like a dragon, I forget what it's called. It came out in the structure deck, the Zombie Horde structure deck, where you basically, if Zombie World's out, you can run over a monster and then special summon it. It has 1900 attack. Anyway, Moving on, 4-star Ladybug, just some random old school slow flip effect. If your opponent plays a lot of level 4s, this is an insect. You can flip, destroy them all, but kind of slow. Not really a big deal. I don't really know why I'm actually showing this card. 18 cents, first editions, all commons. This card's pretty cool. Again, if flip effects were to become in predominance again, this is kind of a cool alternative card, a cool little floodgate here. You don't want to worry about this. You want to get the Dual Terminal 2, which has been slowly dwindling. There was a lot more pages of this a couple of years ago, and I was getting these for way cheaper. Now, unfortunately, they are kind of creeping up in a little bit of value, which is kind of cool if you have them, if you want to sell them. But definitely get the dual terminal version if you guys were to invest in this card. Pretty cool artwork, too. This card's pretty cool, too. I love how this literally just stops any kind of insect deck. Like, they just straight up, you slap this on board, and they can't attack. Yeah, obviously it's a continuous magic card, easily like removable from the board. I think this is warranted at least a super rare. Like, would you guys agree? Like, this card is super good. Like, I mean, I think the last predominant like meta deck was Insectors. I think Insectors, it's safe to say Insectors is everyone's all-time favorite insect deck. But pretty sure there's just a couple common versions. Yeah, just the Dark Beginnings and original print. And this card is like 9 cents. There's 8 here, 9 cents, so plenty on the market. And I want to get a playset just because if there happens to be a really popular insect deck that comes out, I think this is a nice side card. It's kind of unfortunate that you have to side 3 of these specifically for one, like 3 side deck slots. But anyway, just something to think about. I overlooked this card. I really like this card, more specifically the super rare reprint from the infamous Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World. This card, the second effect is kind of interesting. It's kind of crazy, but the whole fact is this part right here. It's slow because it's a flip effect, but you flip it, return all monsters on the field to the respective decks and shuffle them. So like literally, this card is like could be so well. It's recyclable first. I'm pretty sure. I don't actually. I don't know. I can't. I'm getting the rulings mixed up. If it's like set and your opponent slams into it, it flips face up. I don't remember if it goes to the graveyard and then the effect goes off, or I'm pretty sure the effect goes off right when they attack it and it flips face up. And then maybe this will recycle Morphing Jar 2 back in the deck. I'm not sure. It's really late. I'm kind of tired. I'm not really thinking appropriately. Maybe you guys can leave a comment in the section below how that effect works out, how that timing works out. But anyway, you just basically wipe the board, and then, especially if your opponent has all these high-end monsters and they don't have like a lot of low-level monsters, you could really plus on them with this second effect. So more so just the fact that's like an ultimate compulse, you know, and just bounces everything. Plus it comes super rare, so I mean, why not? And it's relatively cheap. It's like 50 cents, 48, 48, 49 for the first editions, and then moving on to the second page, there's 5 here for 52. So I would definitely get a playset of that. I think that's warranted to have at least a playset of that. Super cool that it came super rare. Getting to the bare minimums here, I think there isn't really too much more that I had to talk about in this set. Everything else is really just outdated garbage at this point. But yeah, that was Pharaoh Servant. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna talk too much more. I'm not gonna ramble too much more here in this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.